After you've used quite a bit on a website, I recommend going into the lab. And the lab is an area if you really want to get serious about your career and you really want to make a difference with what you do with others. The lab is the area where we personally use this with the TheMOV staff to run thousands, literally thousands of projects. It has an overview work area, a section to save notes, email, your contacts, a calendar, upload documents and media, assign tasks to people, and many other resources. The nice thing about using the lab is that it's not limited to just one company. I, for example, have many different companies over here that I manage, many different staff members, and you can start out by using this just for yourself, you and a friend. You can go to the notes section and click on the new, and then I'm going to tell this to add a new note called hello, and down below that I'm going to put the text of my note. Make sure to remember the bus and add the note. So it adds it in there, and if I have other people in my project with me, then we can share this same note together. That applies for emails, for your calendars, your documents, your tasks. This is very open-ended and it's really made for people to work on a team really well. So since I'm new and I'm not really working with anybody else, I'm going to log out and log back in as my real account. This is just my test account. So I'm going to log out of here and log back in as my real self so that I can show you how this works. And once in the lab, you're going to see just a plethora of information here. And you see I have a lot of different companies in here, and this section over here separates each company. I also have my publishing and production company here, Hard Magic, and down out of that I have each book has its own drop down, each film has its own drop down, my programming design has its own area. This is just extremely well organized. I'm very pleased with how well I use this system. So let's go to our internship projects, and I'm going to show you how I use some of these to better our company. So in the internship projects, it shows me all the activity, it shows me who logged in last, it shows me some milestones that might be late, and upcoming tasks that need finished, some documents that have been uploaded recently, and the latest comments from people. I really recommend first logging in here, seeing the latest activity, and then reading the comments very quickly to see if there's anything you should reply to. If you hover over top, it's going to tell you who wrote that comment, at what time, and I can also click on this and it takes me right into that task. Now once in here, this has a lot of comments down here, and it tells who wrote it, the post number, and I can go ahead and add another comment here if I would like. Now also at the top there's an area that has your subscribers, so I can modify the subscribers right here, and say I want to add Sunitha to this. I can click on her and choose OK, and all of a sudden she's added, that you can see right there. Every few minutes it sends notifications out to people to tell them that they've been added to projects. So there's no need to call Sunitha or email her. She's automatically notified that she's been added here. Now also on each task, there is a lot of information here that we might want to add to this. So this is a WordPress introduction, and we actually have the theme added in here, and we can link more objects if we would like. I can download all of the stuff right here at the top, and I can also link stuff straight into my posts. So I put a comment just a day or so ago, and I can link an object to that as well. So I can click on link object, and it brings up all my latest stuff, and I can filter that by just notes. So I'm going to go to the notes only, and then I'm going to choose, I want to take this email draft and attach here. I choose OK. It automatically attaches that straight into my comment here. Just a very streamlined program that you really want to learn how to use if you plan on taking your career further, being a boss, being a manager, learning task management really well. And there is no wrong way to use the lab. You can't really break it, so I really recommend to just come in here, play around with things, and see what you can do. Another area that I really like to use is the documents section. When you go into the documents section, you might see a lot of files here, and since I open a lot of different projects all at once, I might have this photo right here that I really want over in my Bespoken area. So I can take this little dot here and drag it over to Bespoken, and it asks me, do I want to completely move that, or do I want to keep the same workspace it's in right now? I'm going to keep the workspace and also put it in that one. And then you see, since the icon here is purple, it also updates that icon so it's purple. So you can go down the list here very quickly and see all the colored icons to get a pretty quick overview of where they are. So that's a good introduction to the lab. There's definitely a lot you can learn in here, but play around with it, have fun, and watch our future tutorials to learn what else you can do with the lab.